organizers or panelists on the line. When you are ready to begin the presentation, press the Start Broadcast button on the GoToWebinar control panel to allow all attendees to hear you. This system will notify you once you begin your broadcast. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leap morning session for Monday, April the 4th, 2016. My name is Doug McKay. I am the founder and head moderator of Quantum Leap Futures. Each morning we come together and take a look at the market, macro to micro, the structure of the market, and then we drill down to the trade levels and the targets and the hypotheses for the day. This is a subscription room, so if you're interested in checking it out, I'll put up my contact information in just 1 second. Please read through the disclaimer first, though. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance is not indicative of future results, and any trades that you see in Quantum Leap are for education purposes only. Please trade your own due diligence, your own trade plan, and your own risk metrics. Okay, so if you want to get a hold of me, just send me an email at quantumleapfutures@gmail.com or send me a Skype request to Doug_McKay. I'll be the one from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. This isn't a commercial venture, so there's no website, there's no blog. We do everything here live on the go-to. We do the live trading, live pre-market session, and then we do live trading during the course of the RTH session. So Friday was April 1st, the beginning of the month, and we had an open auction out of range, and our main hypothesis was to push up. Well, we thought they were going to come down to the 34 to 31 area and then bounce from there and rotate up through into the prior day range and close out the naked close and the naked VPOC. They just kept on going, though, and took us right up, right through the prior day range, up into that 64.75 naked VPOC and naked microcomposite VPOC and up to 67, and then late in the day they shifted the VPOC from the 53 area all the way up and stole it into the close. So nice big huge rally beginning of April, the month, and the end of the week. We opened up in Globex, and so far Globex is carried on. We've opened up the week. Our week open was 2064. And then we just chopped around for a while, and then eventually they worked their way up into that 7150 high. Remember that 69.75 was the next big destination. We'll take a look at that on the profile in just a minute. Double distribution overnight with an LVN here at 66.75. VWAP is right here, and we're currently trading in that range right now, testing the LVN and the VWAP. So that's going to be a critical level for us today, is the 66.75. 67 because of the range high, but basically going to be a key level for us to trade. So each morning I like to start with the basic chart. I use a monthly and I work my way down into the intraday charts, and I use a 9 EMA and a 20 SMA. Basically, we're looking for slope and separation and where the trend is being challenged or violated or consolidated. Beautiful trend up for the last couple of years on the monthly, and then since August and September, when they first challenged this trend, we've been chopping back and forth and consolidating. Right now, end of March, we took the 9 and the 20 back, and we closed above for the first time this year. And currently we're trading above the 9 and the 20 so far in the first 2 trading days of April. Remember that 2037.75 is our year open, and we are above it, so we are in a positive bullish year again. The weekly, very big parabolic move right here. This has been an incredible 7-8 weeks of just straight up. We do have a naked close down here at the 1983.50 area, but right now this trend is very much intact on the weekly. On the daily, you can see it even better, just a beautiful slope and separation. Price is paralleling the 9 quite nicely, and we're just on this upward projection. On the 4-hour, we had a rollover, and then they took it back on Friday in the RTH, and so far, we've had this strong move. We do have a technical gap, but this is a very strong parabolic move. So we had challenge to the trend to take back, and now continuation. Going to the 1-hour, same thing. Beautiful slope and separation. We are losing a little bit of slope and separation here as we come off that new high at 2071.50, but the upward trend is still intact. Going to the 30-minute, a little bit different picture as we roll over here in the smaller time frame. We're currently trading below the 9 and testing the 20 right now. So the trend is being challenged right now on the 30-minute. On the 15-minute, we've rolled over. We're closed below the 9 and the 20. We're getting the possibility of a start of a downward trend on the 15-minute. On the 5-minute, we've rolled over, and we've got slope and separation to the downside. They tested the 9 and keep failing off of it, so the trend on the 5-minute is down. So looks like we're going to challenge that LVN at 66.75, whether it holds or not, and we're going to move inside of Friday's range and get back into value from Friday is up in the air. Taking a look at the bigger picture, you can see that we had this bullish engulfing candle on Friday. So again, just to bring in the longer term, we're in this Gaussian distribution right here, above the key level at 2016, inside of value from the microcomposite that ran from October through to the end of the 2015. And currently right now, we've come up in the Globex and tested the 69.75. That's the naked microcomposite VPOC that's still left naked in the RTH session, where we were trying to hold value higher before coming down and falling out of value, then coming back in and trying to hold it lower, and then falling completely out of balance, and then coming down and putting this balance zone in here. Then we break out, we start our rally back up into value and balance that we fell out of at the end of the year, back towards this 2061.50. That's the composite VPOC that runs all the way through to beginning of 2013. So it's the most traded price. Here we are back in this area and testing these values. I expect us to pull back into the 61.50, maybe even the 57.50, and then find buyers and rally back up again into the 69.75 and possibly take out the overnight high at 71.50 and test this 74.75 today. Excuse me. So the key levels to watch for today, obviously the 66.75, 67 area, because that's the range high from the Friday RTH session, and currently our LVN in the overnight session. Back inside, look for them to come down, take out the 65.50 naked close towards the 63.50 and 63 and a quarter, and then 61.50 should give us a reaction, and we should bounce from there and rotate back up into 69. There's really not a lot above us here. So the next area I'm watching is this 75 and 77 and a quarter, then 80, and then the big number is going to be 86.50 above. Anything above 86.50, we're completely back into price discovery, and we should go test these highs up here at 2100 and dip into the 2100. Nothing moves in a straight line. The risk right now is to the upside, but we have to be careful that we don't get a huge fall. You know, it would be nothing for us to come all the way back down into the 20, 40, 50 and catch some of these longs and shake out the weak hands. So just be careful right now. There's a lot of risk in both directions. Don't commit yourself fully to one direction or other. Trade each level as you see it. Below the 61.50, key level is going to be the 58.50, and then the 3-day microcomposite is 57, and then if we don't hold that, I'd be looking for a move down into the 55 and a quarter and 52.75. Anything below that, what is the 50% of the significant breakout candle from Friday? That is all the way down at 51 and a quarter, and it's also the value area low from Friday as well. Friday was a trend day, so there's a lot of LVNs, but they're not really important to us because of the fact that there was no established value. So let's take a look at our overnight, and then let's start moving our numbers over. So our overnight high is 71.50. It's right above that naked close. Our overnight low is 61. Just below the composite VPOC. And then our VPOC for overnight, I don't think it's going to change, but it could shift. 68 and a quarter. And then we have this LVN that we're breaching right here at 66.75. So, and that is the value area high. So this, 66.75, 67 is going to be a key trade area inside, looking for them to come out and take out this naked VPOC and naked close. And I'd be looking to come down and test the 61.50 again and take out the overnight low. You could use the 63, which I'm going to use, and then below that you got a nice trade into the 61. I think anything inside of 66, 75, you got to be targeting the 61.50 retest. Below that, there's not much, so let's take a look at the composite. And we've got that 58.25. Low 58.25. First target is the 55.25. Then 53.75. And then the big one is going to be the 52.75. And then below that, I'd be looking for a move down into 49.25, 49.75. 49.75, our 20-day ATR target is, or ATR is 21.86 right now. So off of the high at 2071.50, our daily ATR downside target is 49. 48.50 just below CLVN. And then anything below 48.50, I'd be targeting the 45.75, but the real big target's going to be back to the microcomposite VPOC down here at 20.40.50 in the year open at 37.75. And then just below that, you've got the range low from Friday at 35.25. And if we get below 35.25, 31.50. And then back to that return to the scene of the crime at the 26, 27 area. That's where we started this rally on Yellen speech and the naked VPOC at 25. We've got the microcomposite VPOC there at 25, the naked VPOC at 25, and the Yellen speech announcement at 2026. And then all the numbers below there all come back into play that we've been looking at for the last couple of weeks. To the upside, above the 67 area, you got this cluster here. You've got the overnight VPOC at 68.25, the microcomposite VPOC at 69.75, naked close at 71.25, the overnight high at 71.50, and a naked VPOC at 72. There really isn't anything until you get to 74, 75, I should say, and then you got 77.25, and then that 80 value area high, and then our daily upside ATR target off the overnight low at 2061 is up here at the 2083. And then the key line in the sand above us is going to be that 86. And above that, there really isn't anything up there. You got 89.25. Of course, you got the 2100. 93 and a quarter. And then above 2100, I'd be looking at that 2110. It's really hard to judge because there's really nothing up there. Remember that our all-time unadjusted high is up at the 2134. So my main hypothesis is to come back in, come down and test the 61, get down to the 58, between the 58 and 53 area, and then find rotation, find some responsive buyers down here and rotate up through and work our way up into this area here of 69 to 75. Secondary hypothesis is to come up, try higher, take out the overnight high, and fail somewhere between 71 and 75, and then come back down in through value, get back into value, and work our way down towards this 49.75, possibly even down into the 40.50. I don't think it's going to be a big range day. I think it's going to be a balancing day, and they're going to either bring us back into value and chop around down in this area, or they're going to come down here, find buyers, and come back up and establish and try to hold value higher up and around the 71 to 75 area. My third hypothesis is we just chop in this upper distribution, fail to take out the overnight high, and just chop in, have a very rotational day between the 53 and the 67 area. Those are my three hypotheses. I don't know which one's going to happen, but I'm just going to trade one level at a time, just as we always do. Taking a quick look at the Keltner with Renko, the center line is 68.50, right near the overnight VPOC. Above there, move up into the upper Keltner will take us up to 75. If we fail to get above the Keltner center line and move down to the lower line, will take us down into that 62 area. Take a quick look at the book map, see where the liquidity is. We've got liquidity up in the 71 to 72 area that's been there pretty much most of the Globex session, and then we've got this this liquidity down here between 66 and 63. So right now it looks like they're they're holding this 66 and battling the Friday range high at 67 and trying to stay out of it and not fall back into value. But we are getting a lot of volume going off here. So that's going to complete our pre-market session. As always, trade well, trade safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.